Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I did this beautiful ombre with only gel polish, no acrylic. So I'm really excited to show you guys how to do it so that you guys can achieve the same flawless ombre. And yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so we're gonna be getting started. I think this is literally like one of the first times that I've been able to do a real-time video, but as you saw from the title, we're gonna be doing an ombre tutorial today. So this has been highly requested. I do already have a tutorial up, but it's really old. I did it when I started my channel, so I really want to do something different for you guys today and do an ombre set because I haven't done one in so long. And I didn't even realize that it's been this long since I did one, honestly. I feel like I just did one, but I never did. So anyways, I'm gonna show you guys what we're gonna be recreating today because you guys are going to die. You're gonna love it. It is an acrylic set, so this is, I think I already mentioned it, but this is a episode of what she wanted versus what she got, but I'm not going to be titling it that just because I want to put an ombre tutorial so you guys know that it's going to be an ombre tutorial, if that makes sense. But technically this is like what she wanted versus what she got because I'm going to be recreating the photo to the best of my abilities, even though the photo is an acrylic set. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to show you guys. So this is what we're recreating today. As you could see, it is an ombre on the pinky, the ring, the pointer finger, and the thumb as well. So we're going to be trying to recreate this. Shout out to this nail tech. I have no idea who it is. My customer just sent me this photo, but this is the set and I think we're gonna literally kill it. I think it's gonna be really cute. So I'm gonna show you guys how I would do something like this for a customer order. Honestly, people always ask me how I go about my orders and they'll send me a photo, and if I feel like I can't do it, I just sometimes turn it down. Like, it's very rare, but I do turn it down sometimes if it's like encapsulated flowers or something like that, because I can't encapsulate on press-ons if I'm not using acrylic, and I don't use acrylic on my press-ons. So I'm gonna be doing this with pure gel, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it super easy without an airbrush machine. So yeah, now I'm gonna show you guys what you're gonna need. So I zoomed out just to show you guys, but anyways, my nails are prepped already. They are they do have 2 coats of base coat, and I am using my Tulip Nail Supply square tips. I'm going to leave the direct link down below in the description so you guys can buy them. I highly recommend them. The only thing you need to do is add like 2 coats of base coat, but you're good to go after that. They will not break on you, especially because you're going to be adding a lot of coats of the gel color and then your top coat as well. So at the end of the day, you're going to end up using at least 4 coats per nail or more. So yeah, your nails will be super sturdy and they will not break. But what you're going to need is a bag of sponges. I literally got this from this random store in Great Mall, if you guys are familiar with Milpitas area. So I did get these from like a random store, but they literally have them everywhere. In my old video, I think I showed you guys a bag that I had of them, or I don't know if I do. I think I do, I don't remember, but I usually buy them from Ross. They have bags and they come with all different shaped little makeup sponges, and they'll be like $2 or something. This bag was literally like $2. I think this is the name of the store, I'm not really sure. I do recommend these. I don't recommend like the Dollar Tree ones. Dollar Tree has these in a bag for super cheap, and they're different. So these don't have like that line. If you guys have tried the Dollar Tree ones, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, my point is that this is what I use to do my ombre, and I highly recommend it. Yeah, this is what I use, and I really love them. And like I said, I always buy random ones. I don't have a link for these, but I'm gonna try to find some on Amazon that looks similar or something that I would buy, and I'll link it for you guys just in case you don't have a Ross or something near you. But I do know that TJ Maxx probably has them, Marshalls, Ross, and Daiso, or stores like that, like this one. So yeah, that's what I use. And I'm literally just gonna grab a random sponge. Sometimes they have little pieces of lint on them. I don't know if you guys can tell. That's probably my fault because I left the package open, but you kind of want to try to get off like little lint pieces because you don't want it to get stuck in your ombre. That's like the last thing that you want. And did want to mention, I already wiped off my nails. I base coated them, but I wiped them off with some alcohol. People always ask me also what percentage of alcohol I use, and honestly you guys, I just use any random one. I used to get a gallon from the nail supply store, but now since I moved, there's no nail supply stores near me, so I don't know like what I would buy. I would have to get it on Amazon or something. So the first thing that I do when I'm going to be recreating an ombre set is I always look at what the base color is. So when you're going to be doing an ombre, you want to make sure that you just check your base colors. So I'm going to go back to the photo, and I could see here, I think I'm going to start with the thumb just to show you guys. So the thumb is for sure a nude to light, like baby pink ombre, and from looking at it, it has some glitter on it, just like the ring finger one as well. So I'm going to be doing that, but I'm going to do the ombre first, and I'm just going to do a nude color just like this one. It doesn't have to be like perfect, but whatever nude you think would fit this best. So I think this color matches pretty perfectly. I use this all the time. It's Riyas Nails 218. So I'm going to be using that on the fingers that have the nude as the base. And like I said, I really recommend this one. It's a really good one. And Riyas Nails has just really good nudes. I just filmed a little nail supply haul. I haven't done one in so long, you guys. I just literally haven't bought stuff really. But I did do a nail supply haul, and yeah, I don't know. I did show you guys some new nudes that I got, so you guys will probably want to check that out. I don't know if that's going to be up before this or after this, but you guys will probably either already see it or now you know about it. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing, that's one coat, and as you can see, this color is like to die for. It's really, really good. I use this in all of my other videos that have nudes as well, and it's really, really nice. So I always do 2 coats of this, especially if I'm going to be doing an ombre. I don't want there to be any like see-throughness really, unless there has to be. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing there. And then another tip I'm going to give you guys is don't do the nails next to the ombre first. Always do the ombre nails first, because sometimes ombre, the color will get on this nail or like this nail or the nail that's next to it, and you don't want it to like mess up your designs on here. So do the nails next to the ombres last. So do your ombre nails first and then the other ones after. So this is just with 1 coat of that color. This one has like a little bit more, but it's okay. I'm going to do a second coat. Okay, you guys, and then now to try and recreate the same exact pink that was in the photo, I'm going to be using this one by Riyas Nails. It's number 026, and it's this gorgeous baby pink color. It's more of a milky pink, so it might be kind of hard to get some pigmentation with this one because it's more sheer. So I'm also going to be adding in some of Nail Addict Baby Rose. This has been my fave lately, you guys. I've been using it so much. But this is what it looks like. It's very pale as well. If I need to add a different pink, I might. But you guys, I love this one. It smells like bubblegum. Literally, it smells incredible. It smells like I literally want to eat it because that's how good it smells. So this is the color that we're trying to recreate. And I would say that these 2 colors mixed together would probably create like the perfect color, because this one's more pink toned and then the other one's a little bit like different. So I think we could definitely get away with using these colors on this set today. So we're gonna try it out and hopefully it works. Once I have those 2 layers done, I'm going to be going in with my little plate. I actually got this from Daiso. I just showed it in one of my hauls. I think the haul's going to go up before this video, but I'm going to be going in with the Baby Rose by Nail Addict LA. And I think I'm going to be using this brush to mix it because it'll be better than mixing that color in here. So I'm also going to be taking the Riyas Nails 026, and I'm going to be doing some of this as well. They honestly look identical, you guys. Like, you can barely tell the difference, but I can kind of tell the difference. I can tell that this Riyas Nails one is a little bit more blue toned and the other one's more peachy, if that makes sense. So I think I definitely need more of the Riyas Nails one because it's more for the color. It's more of the color I'm trying to go for. And I'm so sorry, you guys. I literally made a mess, so don't mind that. But I'm going to take this one now, and I'm going to be using, I like to like mix enough so that I have more than having like too little, you know what I mean? Because if I have too little, it's kind of hard to like do it again, even though these colors are so similar, so it wouldn't even matter. But yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that. I'm basically only adding this Nail Addict one to add some thickness to the gel, because the color that I need is more so the Riyas Nails one, but as far as the thickness goes, the Riyas Nails one probably won't work best, because for ombre you want to use colors that are a little bit more pigmented. They don't have to be pigmented, like you can do it without it, but it'll be harder. For example, this, like if someone asks you for an ombre that has like nude to like milky white, it'd be very hard. You could do it, it's not impossible, but it'd be very hard if you're going to do the whole base first, because the milky white is not going to show up over this nude, if that makes sense. So just keep in mind what colors you can do ombre for and which ones you can't. If you're going to do a milky white to nude, you would have literally had to start with like a clear base like this, put the colors on here and do it like that, and then keep going and adding and adding and adding. But the only bad thing about that is it gets kind of confusing, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, but hopefully you guys understand me and I'm explaining it well enough. But it'll get kind of hard to get this pigmentation but keep the milky white light, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but yeah, so that's what I recommend. Just keep in mind what colors you can do ombre for and which ones you can't. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to take the brush and the pink color mixture that we made, and we're going to just go like this on the belly of the thing, so like right here. And I'm just going to be adding like a decent amount, honestly, just like this. And the little sponge is going to absorb a lot of product, so if you don't like wasting stuff or anything, then you might not like this method. But honestly, this is the best way to do it, especially when you're a press-on artist. It's very hard to get designs that people want already as is. So yeah, this just makes it a little bit easier, and it's honestly the best method that I've found so far, other than using an airbrush. It honestly sucks because I bought an airbrush and I did a whole airbrush video and I really loved it, and I really was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna start using it. But in all honesty, I have not used the airbrush like at all. So I think it's just a hassle to clean it out and stuff, and this is just way faster, way easier and things like that. But it does absorb a lot of gel. So you're gonna start out with your color that you're gonna be ombreing down. Then you're going to be grabbing only a little bit of whatever color that you used underneath, so like the nude color or whatever. So you're going to use only a little bit, and you're going to kind of just go like this so that you create an ombre on the sponge, so that the ombre is kind of already there. And that doesn't have to be perfect, it can literally be whatever. You can literally do it however, and it's going to look something like this. And then now we're going to go ahead and we're going to start on the ombre. So I'm going to do the thumb first. You're going to go in like this, and you're literally just going to sponge it on, you guys. And it's going to look like nothing at first, like this looks like it didn't even work. But as you keep doing layer per layer, it's going to end up being kind of pigmented. But I did mention earlier that it might be kind of hard with this color because this color underneath is darker, but we're gonna make it work, you guys. I feel like we can do it. So now I'm gonna be doing the same thing on the other fingers as well, and you're literally just sponging it on. Like I said, a lot of product isn't gonna get on there at first, but as you can see, it's already starting to form an ombre a little bit, and it's gonna work out. So it's going to look like this, and then you're going to go ahead and put it in the lamp to cure. I always do 60 seconds. And you also want to make sure you clean up the sides a little bit if you feel like it's a little thick. Okay, you guys, so I just did my second layer of the gel, and I think I've come to the hard realization that I'm gonna need this pink to be a little tiny bit darker. It's a little bit too light from what I'm noticing, so I'm gonna add just a little bit of this pink that I have. I'm going to add a little bit of this color by DNDDC. This is called Pink Strive, and it's number 269. This is going to give it a little bit more of a contrast, or like a little bit of a brighter hue, so that it's easier to show up, so that it shows up with the nail easier, and it's gonna really bring the set together. So I think this will kind of give us what we need to get a really good color, and it's not gonna do too much to the nail. I feel like that color was pretty bright, so I'm gonna add a little bit more of the Nail Addict one. But we did need that pink, because look at the light, look at the comparison. It's like this one's like really light compared to that one, so I definitely needed a little bit more pink in there. And yes, you guys, I do mix my colors. I just use the same brush. I don't even care, because I feel like it's not strong enough to completely change this color. And either way, I'm always mixing color, and I feel like that's more so the color we might have needed, so I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna go back in with the brush, and I'm going to just go ahead and apply it on here. It kind of looks the same, but I promise you guys it's more pink and it'll show up a little bit easier on the nail. And you don't when you're adding more pink, you don't have to add more nude every single time. If you need it, I'll tell you guys when we might need it. So this is what they're looking like, and I'm gonna add this color now. And you want to blend upwards, kind of like don't go so far down on the nail. I feel like blending upwards is what gives it more of that blended look. So now this is what they're looking like so far. As you can see, it's already starting. So then I'm gonna put that to cure, and I'm gonna do the other nail now. I mean the other hand. So now I am going to be adding a little bit more nude just to kind of mix the colors together, just like this. And look, you guys, it's already starting to form. I'm so excited. So that's what it's looking like right now. So I'm going to be adding more nude on the brush and kind of blending upwards so that it looks like they're going to be blending together. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect. This is how it looks on the brush or on the sponge. And you want to make sure there's more color concentrated towards the tip of the nail, just because that's the main part you're going to need. And you don't have to cure for the whole 60 seconds in between. You can do like 30 seconds because the layers are pretty thin. So that's what I usually do. I don't always do 60 seconds unless I feel like the layer is a little thicker. And it does always cure pretty evenly, unless you're going to be using like black or a color that doesn't like to cure really good. And this is what it's looking like so far. It's looking really good already. My estimate is that we're going to need maybe like 2 more layers, and then we're going to be good. Okay, you guys, and this is what it's looking like now. I don't know if you guys can really tell like the contrast between like the pink and nude, but I feel like it's looking pretty good. So now I added a little bit more pink just to the very top of the sponge because I want the very top of the nail to go darker so that you can really tell that it's an ombre. And I feel like that kind of added it a little bit more to the nail. It really made it look a little bit more ombre. So I think we're almost pretty good just right there. But I'm gonna go ahead and cure it so that I can see. Okay, you guys, so I think now we have the ombre that I kind of wanted to get. So now since we're going to be doing like a little bit of a glitter thing here, I'm going to take off as much of the color as I can from the sponge, just for this specific design. But if you only wanted to do ombre, you can definitely just leave it like this. And this is the ombre, you guys, and this looks good with any color. Literally from now on, every ombre set that I do, I think I'm going to make sure I film it, especially with darker colors so that you guys can see how I do that. I know how to do like a really good red ombre, blue, and stuff like that, so I really want to show you guys how to do it so you guys can learn, so that you guys can learn as well. So I think I took off most of the color from here, and I don't know why I did that. I just wasted a whole bunch of color because I needed to do ombre for this one anyway, for the pinky, but that's okay. I'll just use whatever I have left. And for here, I'm going to be going in with a few different colors. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. I'm going to be going in with a few of my favorite glitters. This one is Fairy Dust by Igel Beauty. It is one of the most beautiful little glitters I've ever seen. I'm going to be grabbing a little bit of this and putting it on my plate. And then I'm also going to be grabbing a few other colors as well. And yeah, I just really love this one. This is what it looks like. It's just very subtle, but it really adds a lot to a set. That's one of my favorite shimmers of all time. And then in the photo, it looks like it kind of has some like opalescent or something like thicker type of glitter. So I'm going to be grabbing some of this one. It's shiny gel and it's from Enail Couture, and it looks like this. It looks perfect, almost exactly like what the photo has. So I'm going to be just putting some of that on the plate as well. And this one is super thick, probably because it's really I've had it for a long time, but it's so good. I love this one, and I'm going to be getting a decent amount on there. So you can kind of see the two different ones. That top one is the Igel Beauty one, and then down here is the Enail Couture one. And I also have these gorgeous opalescent gels that I got from AliExpress. I showed these in a haul a while back, but look, you guys, these are insane. This literally looks like an opal crystal, and they're literally highly reflective. They're so gorgeous. I'm going to show you guys my other colors, but this is the pink one that I'm going to be using. I also have this really pretty greenish opal one. You can just see the color in there. It's so gorgeous. And then I think this is a bluer one. Yeah. So this one's kind of bluish and green at the same time, but it's more of a milky white opal color. And these are to die for, you guys. I'm obsessed with them. So they're called Aurora Top Coat, I guess. I hate that they come in these little pots. I wish they came in like, what's it called? Like bottles with like a brush or something, because it'd be way easier to apply. But I'm just going to be using this brush. And I'm going to be picking up some of that top coat. And I'm going to be putting it in my mixture that I made earlier. Okay, you guys, and this is the final mixture. I'm gonna turn the brightness so that you guys can see, but it's really beautiful. It looks almost like ice or something. It's so pretty, but that's what we're gonna be using. So I'm gonna be taking I think I'm actually just gonna end up using the brush instead of the sponge. I feel like it'd probably give me a better effect, but I'm gonna be doing some glitter right here in the middle. It looked like it had glitter going up the nail, kind of like this. So I'm just going to add that in there. And I'm going to be doing kind of like a decent amount so that you can really tell that it's there. So this is what it's gonna look like. And then because of this glitter that I did, and as you can see, it's kind of like, well, you can't really tell, but it's thicker in the middle and it's leaving like kind of bulk on the middle of the nail. I'm going to be smoothing it out with the top coat. So I'm going to show you guys how I would do something like that. And keep in mind, you guys, I'm completely self-taught when it comes to this. I just literally taught myself all of this. I've never like learned from anyone or anything. So I am gonna be grabbing my top coat, and this one's almost empty. It's my favorite top coat, but this bottle is almost empty, so I don't mind like contaminating it with glitter because I could just save the rest and use it for another glitter set that I have to do. But I'm gonna be kind of going in just very lightly over the glitter part and then top coating heavy on the ombre part so that the glitter doesn't drag too much, if that makes sense. And it's gonna look like this, just like that. And I'm gonna be barely going over the top, like I said, very lightly, so that the glitter doesn't get dragged too much. And for this, you want to use a medium to thick top coat if you're going to be doing this glitter thing, just because it's easier. If you have a really thin runny one, it might not work as good, or actually it might work better actually if you have a runny top coat. Don't listen to me, you guys, I literally don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm gonna do this, and as you can see, it looks really beautiful. The glitter kind of stayed mainly in the middle, which is what we were going for, and I love the outcome. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, this nail, I already know this set is going to be one of my favorites. I always say that about all my nails, but this one is for sure. Okay, you guys, so I am going to be coming in from voiceover just because someone ended up calling me at that part of the video, and my voice, like my volume ended up cutting out. But I also, it was like super late also, so I ended up just doing this part of the nail, and then I ended up finishing the filming later on. But yeah, you guys, I kind of just wanted to let you guys watch the rest of the video, and you guys can decide if you wanted to stay or not, since the ombre part is done, and this was mainly just for the ombre. But you guys, if you wanted to stay to see the finished result, you can definitely stay for the rest of the video. I'm just not going to be talking, so it's just going to be like a time lapse. But I am going to show you guys how I did this. I do have two hands, so I'm still going to show you. And I am just grabbing my rhinestones right here, and I'm going to get ready to apply them. I'm going to be using my Macart, or actually no, this isn't the Macart one. This is the Beetles Rhinestone Gel. This is a new one I've been trying out. I told you guys I would show you guys how I like it, and honestly, I really like it so far. I'm just making sure that I add a good amount. I did notice right away, though, that the Macart one is a little bit thicker and harder to take out of the bottle, and this one is a little bit thinner and more runny consistency. It's not super runny, but it's not super thick. It's kind of in the middle. But the Macart one is for sure harder to take out. And I'm just taking a bunch of rhinestones here. These are some SS 8, SS 10s, and then yeah, just a bunch of rhinestones. These are some that I used to sell on my nail shop Slayed by Val Instagram, and I am going to be having more in stock soon, so if you guys wanted to follow me there, I highly recommend. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing here. And then I'm also taking some little tiny Swarovskis as well, so it's kind of a mix of both. And yeah, I really love these. And I'm going to be doing the same thing on the other hand. Okay, you guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you really and like learned some new tips on how to do an ombre with pure gel polish. And I absolutely love this set. This is definitely one of my favorites. It's absolutely gorgeous. In person, it was so beautiful as well. So I hope you guys learned something new, and I hope you guys subscribe. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment as well for that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!